Hello children, we are going to discuss about the respiration in plant. We have already started the topic respiration in plant, and we have discussed about the definition of respiration. What is respiration? What is anabolic respiration? What is catabolic respiration? What is metabolism? What is glycolysis? What is Krebs cycle? And what is ATP? Dear children, we have also discussed about the difference between respiration and breathing. We have discussed about the difference between respiration and combustion. And these differences are discussed. We have discussed about the breathing, that in breathing intake of air which contain more amount of oxygen, intake of air which contain more amount of oxygen, and exhalation of air which contain more amount of carbon dioxide. We have also discussed that in human being breathing takes place by the help of nose. But think of the plant. How a plant breathe? Where is the nose in plant? Have you ever seen? Yes, there are the nose. Means the function of nose are there. They are the stomata. One thing, that stomata. Second, lenticule. And third is the surface of the root. Means through these three things a plant can breathe. Plant can breathe by the help of stomata, lenticule or surface of roots. Dear children, if you are studying these organs, you must know the location and function of these. Stomata, you are familiar, tiny pore present on the leaves and helps in gaseous exchange. So location is on the surface of the leaf, function gaseous exchange, and also excess water in the form of water vapor is released by the help of stomata by the process transpiration. So stomata is clear, tiny pore present on the surface of the leaves for gaseous exchange and release of water vapor during transpiration. Second part is lenticule. The location. Don't forget location on the stem. But if you will write simply that location in the stem, it will be wrong. Location is old stem. You must mention it. Old stem means the plant in which bark is there. Bark, the brown hard part over the trunk, stem, छाल, पेड़ का छाल. Between those barks, these lenticules are present. So lenticules are present in old stem. If location is asked, if you will not mention old stem, old word you will not mention, you can't expect mark. So location of lenticule is the old stem, and gaseous exchange takes place by the help of this old stem known as lenticule. Now one difference is there between stomata and this lenticule. Stomata, if difference is asked on the basis of presence, location, stomata located on leaves, surface of the leaves, lenticule on old stem. Function, same, gaseous exchange, transpiration. I am talking about difference. Stomata remain closed during night time. Keep in mind, stomata remain closed during night time, but lenticule remain open throughout the life. It do not close during the night time, it remains open. So very clear. Next part is on the general surface of the root, especially root hairs. They respire, they can do respiration. If you remember, we have discussed about a special type of root, and that special type of root is the pneumatophore. Pneumatophores, they grow in marshy areas, and from the ground only roots come out. Just for what purpose? For respiration, because in water logging, if water is logged, they can't respire. So from underground, these roots known as pneumatophores comes out for the respiration, for the gaseous exchange. So these are the three breathing organ of the plants: stomata, lenticule and roots. That part is clear. Now one more thing, very very important point which we have to discuss, which is important for the examination point of view, that you have seen before planting, before sowing a seed, before planting a plant, we till the soil or the farmer plows the soil. Hal jotna, khet jotna, or by tilling also. Means if simple one seed we have to put, we till the ground, we make the soil soft, then only we put the seed. What? Why? Why we do like that? Dear children, tilling means what or plowing means what? We are adding air. We are adding air to the soil so that the germinating embryo can respire. Those seeds which we have put inside the ground can respire. So for that only we till the ground or we plow the field. And if it is waterlogged, then it is very very difficult for the seed to germinate or to respire. Now, respiration we are discussing, and we have discussed about anabolic and catabolic process. We have discussed about the photosynthesis, and we are knowing that photosynthesis takes place only during daytime if light is available. And byproduct of photosynthesis, the main product of photosynthesis is glucose, and byproduct is oxygen. Means during daytime the plant releases oxygen also. During daytime the plant releases oxygen due to photosynthesis. But during night time photosynthesis do not take place. The process of photosynthesis is stopped in the absence of light. In that case, respiration continues. Respiration continues. Respiration takes place during daytime and night time. But during daytime, whatever carbon dioxide is released during respiration is consumed by the plant for the photosynthesis, because in photosynthesis carbon dioxide is required. But during night time photosynthesis is not taking place, but respiration is continuing, and as a result of respiration during night time the plant is releasing only carbon dioxide, not oxygen. And one related question is asked, that we are not advised to sleep under the tree during night time. And interesting to know, I asked one of the child about this question. He simply told me that during night time the plant releases carbon dioxide. So we should not sleep under the tree. Dear children, this is the not the correct answer. During daytime also, plant releases carbon dioxide, and during night time also, plant releases carbon dioxide. And here in our room or in the classroom, more carbon dioxide is there as compared to the release by the tree. So that is not the correct reason. Correct reason is what? That we should not sleep under tree during night time, because the birds, they take rest during night time. Snakes, insects all take rest on the tree during the night time. They may fall, they may bite us, the birds may perch. That is the reason. Not carbon dioxide is not the correct reason. Neither think this, that during night if we are sleeping under the tree, bhoot or chudail will come, because bhoot and chudail live on the leaves, trees. That is not the reason. Neither the reason is that during night time the plant releases carbon dioxide. Main thing, we should not sleep on the tree during night time, because insects may fall and bite us, birds may perch. That is the answer. Now, we have also discussed that yeah, it is quite good, better to sleep under tree during daytime. Daytime, sufficient amount of oxygen is released by the plants, and the process of transpiration also takes place, and in the process of transpiration, excess water in the form of water vapor is released, and that water vapor gives coolness. So we feel comfortable if we sleep under tree during daytime, and especially in summer season. That is the answer. Now, dear children, we have to discuss in detail about the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. We have discussed that the glucose breaks to form pyruvate or pyruvic acid, and that process is known as glycolysis. We have discussed, if oxygen is available, then that glucose enters the Krebs cycle, and carbon dioxide, water vapor, and 38 ATP energy is released during the Krebs cycle, that is aerobic respiration. Once more, let me discuss. Glucose, C6H12O6, and first main step is the pyruvate or pyruvic acid, pyruvate. And if oxygen is available, O2 present, then this will turn to carbon dioxide, water vapor, and 38 ATP energy. Try to understand. This glucose converts to carbon dioxide, water vapor, and 38 ATP energy. The process by which glucose changes to carbon dioxide, water vapor, and 38 ATP energy, giving 38 ATP energy, that process is called as aerobic respiration. Since this process takes place in the presence of oxygen, so it is also called oxybiotic respiration. Oxybiotic respiration, because oxygen is present. Due to presence of oxygen in such type of respiration, this is also called as oxybiotic respiration. And reaction is very, very important. What is the reaction? C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Oxygen is added, and the end product is carbon dioxide, water vapor. What is the 6CO2 plus 6H2O and 38 ATP energy? And this is the aerobic respiration. And we have discussed that in aerobic respiration, there is complete burning of food, complete oxidation of food, so sufficient amount of energy is released. Now just opposite to it, after pyruvate, sufficient amount of oxygen is not available. If sufficient amount of oxygen is not available, means in the absence of oxygen, O2 is absent, or sufficient amount of oxygen is not available, this pyruvate changes into ethyl alcohol or simply alcohol. And formula of ethyl alcohol, UPAC name in chemistry you will read, that is ethanol C2H5OH, ethanol and plus carbon dioxide and plus 2 ATP energy, means less amount of energy is released. Okay. 2 molecule of ethanol is produced and 2 molecule of carbon dioxide is released. 2, 2 and 2. 2 ethanol, 2 carbon dioxide, 2 ATP energy. And glucose breaks to form ethanol, carbon dioxide and 2 ATP energy, and such type of reaction, such type of respiration is called as anaerobic respiration because it takes place in insufficient amount of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. It is also called as, such type of respiration is also called as anoxybiotic. Anoxybiotic. Anoxy means oxygen is absent. Oxygen absent. And biotic means takes place in the living body. So anaerobic respiration is also called as anoxybiotic respiration, and here less amount of energy, that is 2 ATP, is formed because there is incomplete burning. There is incomplete burning or incomplete oxidation of food. Dear children, we have understood about this alcohol, anoxybiotic or anaerobic respiration. There are certain organisms throughout their life they respire by by this process, anaerobic respiration. Some bacteria, the yeast is a type of fungi that respire by the help of anaerobic respiration, means in the absence of oxygen. And in general, certain plant parts like stem, root or fruit, seed may respire by anaerobic respiration. One very, very important question we have to discuss, whether anaerobic respiration takes place in animals or not. Yes, anaerobic respiration may take place in animal, but where? Not in the mitochondria, in the muscle cell. In the muscle cell it will take place, and there the end product will not be ethanol, ethyl alcohol. In our muscle cell, ethyl alcohol is not produced. Then what is produced? That is the lactic acid. Dear children, yes, lactic acid is produced in the muscle cell. Lactic acid. Dear children, in the muscle cell of the animals, anaerobic respiration takes place when we do vigorous exercise. If we will play a lot, if we will do vigorous exercise, in that case, in muscle cell, anaerobic respiration takes place, and there instead of ethanol, lactic acid is formed, and due to deposition of lactic acid in the muscle cell, muscular pain or strain may be there. So one more give reason question. After vigorous exercise, we feel muscular pain due to deposition of lactic acid which takes place due to anaerobic respiration in our muscle cell. So dear children, today up to this much, and next video we will discuss about the experiments in related to respiration in plants. Thank you very much.